I'd caution businesses just to go and hop on that, but use it to your advantage because it's so powerful and can really help organizations move forward.
100%. I would say like there should be some rules, regulations should be made.
Or they're worried they're going to lose their jobs if they enter into that space. Or they just think it's so complex, they just don't even know where to begin.
I totally agree with you because AI is the hype.
Welcome back to Raw AI Solutions, the podcast where we explore how business leaders are navigating the fast-moving world of AI and digital transformation. I'm your host, Denise Powell, and today we are joined by someone who brings a rare blend of deep technical expertise as well as people-first leadership. Welcome to our podcast, Mehandi Islam.
Thank you so much, Denise, for onboarding me in this podcast and giving me the opportunity to share my thoughts and experiences so far that I have going through with working with a lot of the clients. So, hey guys, my name is Mehandi. I am from the east central part of India. I am into AI and automation from last 7 years. Since I was in the college, I was introduced to automations by one of the influencers living in Tennessee, US, and my mind was blown off. Man, I mean, we can do a lot of the stuff with just no code tools, and I was like, okay, let's do it. So I was doing full time coding back in the college in 2017 and 18, and going for hackathons and all. And I was like, okay, let's do it.
That's brilliant. Mahandi, actually, for those of you who don't know, Mahandi is the CEO and co-founder of Growth Fusion Consultancy. And in fact, you stole my first question there. I was about to ask, share a bit about yourself and your company and the journey to how you got to where you've got to. What brought you into the space? So, do you want to share a bit about yourself and your company?
Absolutely. So yeah, I was working as a full-time consultant with a lot of the companies, and there was a point back in 2022. I was working with a company, and there was a lot of the layoff going on, and I was also a part of that. And even before that, I started figuring out like let's start our own agency. So I have a friend in central part of India, and he said, okay, Mehdi, let's start because you know about automations, AI, and a lot of the stuff, and he is very good at sales. It's very good at BDR and SDR things. Okay, let's say that. Let's team up together and do that. And I have seen that. I mean, that was just the point to start the agency. But the whole thing is that I have seen a lot of people are struggling with processes. They don't know. They don't know like there are tools and tech exist that can help them save money, save time, make them money, and make their life easier. So that's the start of the whole thing with the agency side.
That's brilliant. Don't you find that's the major thing? People actually don't know what AI is out there, and they're either too petrified to even touch that space, or they're worried they're going to lose their jobs if they enter into that space, or they just think it's so complex and so mysterious that they just don't even know where to begin.
I totally agree with you because AI is the hype. It's the next big hype. Then people are crazy. Then sometimes they are like, I would say from my perspective, like I've seen 50% of the people, they are like scared of that. And 50% are like, okay, I just want to start. They have started doing the stuff, researching on YouTube, joining school communities and groups and all. So, but from my perspective, AI is here to help us out. It's not to replace the human, it is just to amplify our power. Okay. It's going to help us out. And I've seen that so many people, even I am helping my clients to understand how to use LLMs, how to use the basic stuff, and the tech and tool that exist in the market, go and use that. I'm helping them out. So my recommendation to all of you guys, please even start with GPT, even start with Gemini or whatever you think. Just start. At least if you have a car, just drive it.
Absolutely, I agree with you there. I think one of the issues that a lot of people, there's a lot of ignorance about AI. So you're right, there's hype. About 10, 15 years ago, the word was digital, and now it's AI. But there's a lot of, I think AI should be used responsibly because there's a lot of AI, you can just hop into ChatGPT, but what you don't realize is that unless you have your own private servers, that becomes public knowledge. And so it's really, I'd caution businesses just to go and hop on that because they could actually be putting really private confidential information out there, but to use it very cautiously, but use it to your advantage because it's so powerful and can really help organizations move forward.
100%. Because I mean, with everything, with every power, I mean, I would say that there is a responsibility associated with it, right? So because you must have heard of like Gen AI and then video gen tools and audio cloning tools like 11 Labs, HeyGen. People are using these tools. Even I am helping out my clients to clone themselves, making avatar of them, then helping them out clone their voice and creating video content for them on social media and all. Okay, but this is the downside of this is like anyone can clone your voice. Maybe they can use it to make a call to your family member for extortion, maybe asking for money and all, and this is happening. I mean, I've seen cases around that. So there should be something that should go in the laws, or maybe something that needs to be done in there. So yes, with AI there are so downside as well, like a 50-50, I would say. Like it's exponential. It's
Mhm.
increasing rapidly. So yes, there should be, I would say, like there should be some rules, regulations should be made to make sure that people are aware of, like, we should be, using the AI tools and tech stack responsibly, even with when it comes to copyrighted content and all.
Completely agree. And I think we're seeing all the teething problems coming out now, where you have like university students using AI to write exam papers, and then having an AI tool to run those through. Is this human or is this AI, etc. So I think
Yeah,
I think we're going to see more and more of those issues coming up down the line. They're all good
but
opportunities.
yeah, I mean, there are both the stuff, like, because I'm working with students. I'm working with students from universities in UK. They are my friends. I'm helping them out to preparing for the interviews, and how to do outreach for with the hiring managers, how to set up their LinkedIn profile, because I am well versed. My team is very good with the LinkedIn and GTM strategy. So we help the students, then I'm helping out consultant, then we are helping out uh, like teachers and sales guys. So I'm all in all, like, I see like how other each and every aspect of the businesses are using it, and even small to big ones, how they are using it. So I would say that yes, at least first every organization should have a team, at least, or maybe hire someone to train the team to use AI and make them aware of all the tools and tech stacks, and make sure that they're not doing a screenshot, copying the stuff and pushing it back to GPT, their confidential data. That's very important. Please don't do that.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree with you more. Actually, that brings us on to today's topic, because with the latest trends, businesses are really pushing innovation in AI, and teams seem to be buckling under the pressure of that constant change. And they've got clunky legacy tools that they're having to deal with, outdated processes. And so what we're finding is that tech stress is creating a massive impact on company culture. So today we're looking at what does that look like, and what are the practical ways that we can actually overcome that. So Mehandi, you've worked in sectors like fintech as well as public sectors in consulting. But how do you see organizations gathering leads and winning new business when tech teams seem so stretched?
Yes, this tech stack is the overwhelm caused by the tools
Mm.
overload and constant context switching. Sometimes people are in Slack, sometimes they are on constantly checking their emails, sometimes on ClickUp, sometimes on Asana, Trello, or whatever the tool that they are using. So that's why we say that, okay, even before implementing AI or doing any other stuff, okay, first you should have a proper document or a proper SOP. Write it down somewhere as you are doing it. Not like, you don't need to have a separate time and go and write the stuff. Whatever you're doing, write it down, so that we can transform it into a lean and clean automation system that can help you out to, like, to solve this tech stress problem. Okay, and yes, there, I mean, even at my agency there was a point when we have faced this tech stress thing. Like, we were using CRM tools like Go High Level, ClickUp, Asana, Slack, and switching the context all the time from one client to the other client. Then what we sit together with the whole team, okay, and then we said, okay, let's make a process, okay, and we are not going to switch the context. There are focused hours where we are only going to work for the client side. There are hours we're only going to work on the company improvements and all, and there are a few slots available where we are going to, streamline the processes. Like, okay, so to overcome this tech stress thing, you need to make process, I would say. Just make the process and make sure that you're not switching between one tool to the other tool. There are make big time slots, make things like that, because there are this happens when the tools are not connected. Too many
Mm.
tools and they are not talking to each other, like they are disconnected tools, lack of clear SOPs, poor onboarding systems, and then the other part is like fear of being replaced by AI.
Yep, absolutely.
So people are trying to, okay, just trying to be very productive, very fast, and they're switching from this tool to this to this. I said, man, this is not the way. Okay, you just make a clear SOP, be there, we are help you out to make the whole process lean and clean for you.
I think one of the things that we're also finding, especially with our clients, is that they are like, this is the process. And you're like, it doesn't have to be that process, because with AI, you can have like 3 clicks instead of 8 clicks on 2 different systems. And it's about, don't look at the current process, look at the future forward processes. What do you want it to look like? What's the easiest thing we can do? How can we integrate these things? How can AI support all of that? And it's about breaking that mindset and that culture of, this is the way we've always done it, therefore this is the way we're always going to do it.
Yes, 100%. I agree with you. And this is, I would say, repetitive question or pattern that we have seen across each and every one. A lot of them are very flexible. They say like, you are, Mehdi, you are the expert. You know what should be best for us. Okay. So first we try to understand their marketing process, their sales process, and how they are handling the customer side, each and every aspect of the business, because that's why we go on 2, 3 long calls to understand the whole context of the business. And then we do whole research for them. And then we come up with a plan that say that, okay, whatever the tool that you're using, it should be connected, it should be streamlined. Okay, and this is not the way. You are investing a lot of the time on manual stuff. Let's automate this process, and so you should focus on what matters to your business to increase the revenue. Okay, and that's how we have helped out a SaaS company in US, helping out architects and designers there, and that's a software basically. So, and we help them increase their revenue in Q1 of 2025 by 60%. And for that, Zapier featured us on their blog as well. So I would say that yes, okay, even if you come up with whatever you have, okay, listen to the consultant that you are on with, okay, and make them the process for you. I know that any business cannot be 100% automated. Okay, there should be human in the loop always, and it is required. We are here, or any AI system is here to help the human or amplify the power of humans, not to replace, or not the other way around.
I couldn't agree with you more. Actually, you hit a good point there about, by the way, congratulations on Zapier and being on the blog, and that's fantastic. And
Thank
60%
you.
revenue increase in the first quarter of 25, that is outstanding. That's brilliant. Guys, pay attention to this company. It's going places. But when you spoke about marketing and advertising and how you're bringing that in, have you found that companies sometimes sit on really, really good content, whether that is insights or data, even thought leadership things, but it never actually gets out the door? Have you seen that happen in your world? And how do you think it impacts client trust and inbound growth?
Yes, there are teams and companies we have worked in the past. They have everything. They have everything laid out. They were using the best tools and tech stack in the market. They were investing a lot more money in their system for. They were generating content. They have the system. They have the tools and the tech stack. They have the data, but they were not making use of the data. They were not using even AI to feed the data and ask questions. Okay, and they were not even utilizing it to train a model. Okay, to make use out of that. So what we have done for them, or what I would so recommend any other company to do, is like, just if you have the data, you have everything. You just train a model, put the data in a database that is well equipped with and learning. I mean, that is well connected with AI systems. So vector database is the tool that is, I mean, when it comes to AI or AI agents and things, that's very, because it retrieves the data from the database based on the context of it. Okay, so my recommendation, and a lot of you guys will also agree that yes, I mean, put it inside of the database and try and have your team let them ask the questions to end, like, okay, just go and test it out, test the platform and use it. Okay, so that you are not supposed to be in air, okay, and hiring another consultant, another agency to do the stuff. You can do it yourself. Okay, because I mean, sometimes even if you don't know that what is the problem, what's the problem, even you put the data inside of GPT and give it a role that you are the head of this industry and you have this much experience and all, and you can ask them questions, and even you can put them in the situation where you are. Okay, so what I do sometimes, like, I say like, okay, Let's say that you are Mehandi Islam, you are the founder of this company, and you are facing this situation. How would you have asked the question, or how you would have written the prompt for the GPT? Then I come up with a very great prompt, and then I feed it again to back to that, and it gives me the questions and answers. Okay, and it gives clarity. So like, I mean, I go step by step, one by one, repetitively, and then I come up with a solution, and then I start working on that. So I would say, even if you are small, even if you don't know anything, don't fear. Put the data in the GPT, give it a role, give it the context, and then put them in your shoes, and it will help you out. Trust me, guys. I mean, this had helped me a lot.
Yeah, I could not agree with you more. And I think this has come up on so many times on the podcast, is that the number one thing is the prompt. It is so important to learn how to do a proper prompt into ChatGPT to get the right information out. But it is so helpful.
Yeah, I mean, even if you don't know how to write it, don't worry. I mean, just give it the role, give it that your. I mean, put them in your situation, and it will give you that. Okay, and don't and always challenge. Like, make them to challenge your question or roast you. Give them a context that, okay, please roast my challenge, my like answers and all. Don't be very lean and smooth with me. Don't give me very easy answers. Okay, just roast me. Then you will come up with better questions, or better answers, better versions of yourself. So, and
Absolutely.
also, and don't fear to try out the tools, I would say. Okay, because we are ranking in AI overview as well. When someone like a lot of the guys reached out to us, they were searching for AI consultants, okay, in the world, and we appeared on the LLM. They were searching for something on the perplexity, and our website came into that. So we are leveraging AI for SEO. We are leveraging AI for generating content and a lot of the stuff. There is so much into this space which is unexplored, and it is just like a baby, a 2 years baby. We have a lot to do with that. Okay, so we are every day I'm learning something.
And I also think you brought up a really good point there, data. You know, businesses love to be data, they all want to be data-driven businesses and data-led businesses. And never before has data been so readily at our fingertips to make those important decisions inside an organization. But I think that's the next big thing about data and AI, because you need to have really good data input to get really great AI output on that data. And so we also need to be careful what data we're feeding into the AI to make sure it's really clean and it's in a good state. And I believe there's actually AI tools out there that do that anyway. So you can run AI on that first before you actually put into other AI tools.
Yeah,
So
you know
things
what?
like that are really good to know.
Yeah, I have a very good thing to share with you and the whole audience. Okay, what we are doing at the moment is like, we have gone to more than 1,000 2,000 calls. We have the transcript of every call. We have stored it somewhere in the database. Okay, and we have given metadata associated with each call. That, okay, let's say we have went on 500 discovery calls, and out of that there were 100 of them which converted. So we have given those 400 the data that, okay, these were the discovery calls where they have not converted, and these were the 100 call that they have converted. So every time the next call we come to, it gets fed to the database, and then we ask, okay, give me the, and it gives the probability based on the previous 100 calls that we have. There is a cosine similarity between that of what we have spoken and their energy and that vibe, and we get, okay, this client is going to convert. Please write up them these emails, these things, and they are surely going to convert to you. Okay, hit these pinpoints. And then for those who are not converting, or like they seem to be very spectacle and like, okay, I mean, we should take the decision and all, then we have a different write-up for them. So we are leveraging AI to its full when it comes to this to these data points.
Yeah,
So I'm
that's
sorry, you
brilliant.
guys can also do that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I said you're giving away trade secrets here.
I mean, it's fine. Sometimes, I mean, people are here listening to to this podcast, then they should have something that they can think of. Okay,
Yeah.
there are
No,
free
I agree.
models available in the market. You can try it out.
Absolutely, absolutely. Actually, you know, you've led a lot of large scale transformation projects. So how do you ensure that operational tooling like dashboards or automation systems, AI, actually reduce the amount of stress rather than adding another layer of digital noise and complexity?
Yeah. So the answer lies in the question itself. Okay, with the automation itself. So when we go on call, discovery call or onboarding calls, we try to understand their problem. What the main problem is, that because a lot of the companies are struggling with copying it. They have multiple system when they are generating the leads. Okay, they are running Facebook ads, they are running Google ads, they're running SMS campaigns, cold email campaign. There are multiple touch points. They have hired 5 to 6 VAs in SDR. They were doing replies to them. Okay, and then it needs to be copied back to the CRM. Okay, and it is so much time. So back in 2022, I have done this part, and I've said around 20 to 30,000 USD per month for a company. They were a very big company on that fintech side. Okay, and so the more clearly you explain the problem to us, okay, and we know that this is the pain point. So your team needs to know, and even if you don't know, that we can make you understand, yes, this is your pain point, because we have gone to so many calls, and that's how we solve the problem. Okay, it's not about the dashboard, it's not about any tools and using this any big fancy keyword or buzzword. Okay, it's just about the process. It needs to be streamlined. Okay, and a lot of the companies, they don't need AI, they don't need AI. Okay, it is just they need process streamlined, mapped correctly. Okay, that's what they need. But yeah, with AI you have wings to your company, I would say.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm with you there. And company culture is often impacted about how people actually interact with that technology. And how much do you think company culture is impacted due to poor adoption versus tool overload? Like, are their tools are they really driving alignment or quietly fragmenting it? What are you seeing?
Yes, I would say that the one thing is that, I mean, there are a few things in it, because tools and tech stacks are here to bring time for us. It's not to, like, overwhelm us with a lot of the stuff and overburden us. Okay, so, and it, yes, it does affect the company culture. Why? Because let's say that how often you are checking your emails, how instantly you are replying, even if you are, it's not your work time, you are replying to the messages. We have faced this situation because we are in India, we are working in the central standard time. So sometimes it happens with us that we have to reply back to the client when they are open, when they are working on their time zone. So, and it does affect that culture, because a lot of my employees are sleeping, they don't want to do that, and sometimes my team other, and they have to come back. So we have made systems, proper systems in there, that I mean, our AI can respond back to that, those tools and tech stacks, to help them reduce, because at the end it is here to help us out and not to stress our team. And it does affected our culture back in 2023, when it was just the buzzword, it was starting out, it was a hype, and we were trying to go with the pace, with the speed. A lot of our employees were like, okay, we are feeling very burdened and all. So then we came and then we made a process that, no, I mean, there should be a company culture, there should be a process, like fun Friday, like Monday, no stress Monday is there for us. Okay, we are not going to touch any client work. First half of the day should be checking out everything. Okay, and not focusing on either, not switching the context and all. So we're making this system, so like, you as a leader, you as a company owner, you need to take care of your employees, you need to take care of your team. Okay, just don't push a lot of work on their side. Okay, because if they are happy, if they are healthy, they are going to produce more for you and your company. So yes, it's very important to have one-on-one interaction with each and every employee, maybe in a week, or maybe have a 1 hour call or 30 minutes call bi-weekly, I would say. So yes, it does affect. So we started doing bi-weekly calls, and sometimes one-on-one, even they need some support. So it does affect that if
I
you're
love
not
that.
taking care of
Your
employees. Yeah.
practical input there. So thank you. That's brilliant. Let's talk scale. So when you're helping a team or a client gear up for growth, and whether that's more client growth or more headcount, more delivery, whatever that growth is, what kind of stress signals do you see first? Do they tend to show up more in people, processes, or platforms?
Well, I can give you a very mixed answer to that. Okay, it varies. It completely varies on where the company is, what's their culture is, and how they are operating. Okay, but majority, when we are working with the US guys, and the people in Canada, okay, they have a different culture, they have a different mindset. Okay, as compared to what people are in European countries, because they have different rules and they have different rules. Anyways, the common point is that when it comes to the question that you're asking me, I would say that you will say that like you are giving the same answer to each and everything, because it's all about like how you are, how your sales process, how your marketing, how the process is, how many people you have in your team. Okay, if you are a very small team and you want to scale, then please start using automation. Okay, find out the problem that you have. That let's say that you are running cold email campaigns, you are running LinkedIn marketing. Okay, then you know that you need to grab scrape leads, you need to enrich them, you need to write icebreakers, you need to write email copies. So there are so many people involved, and with just tech and tools, tools like Clay, tools like N10 or Zapier or any verification tool, when you put them in the right place, you just click a button. Okay, you just click a button, it goes to Apollo or any data scraping tool or data aggregator, finds the data, put it to the seat, verifies that, enrich the data, push it to your smart lead or instantly, whatever the tool that you're using for cold email or for LinkedIn outreach. It does all the work for you. Okay, so like the thing that where you were spending 5 to 10 days to all the stuff, it's just a one button away, or you are like a one click away from automating the whole stuff.
And that frees up so much time as well as revenue, really, and costs inside an
Yes.
organization. So,
Yes.
so basically, when we do massive transformation, so out of people, processes, and platforms, you'd say the most important thing is actually going to be the processes. Get your processes right, your platforms will be able to support that in a click of a button, and people can start freeing up a lot of their time as well. So the key thing there is definitely processes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's what I always tell my clients, that please have a proper process, or at least let us know the way that you are doing at the moment, so that we understand the friction, like, okay, where the problem is. Because we know, like, we do some research. We're not going to give you like, okay, let's do this, do this, do this. No, it's not. It does not work like that. Every business has a different problem, has a different process. So we go and do the research and make sure that the process that we are building them, it's going to save them money, make them money, save them time, and scale them.
Yeah.
So yes, it's the process itself.
Yeah, absolutely. So when clients are really overwhelmed, or they have got massive change fatigue inside an organization, how receptive do you find them in terms of bringing in outside support for automation or AI? Or do you find cultural stress actually becomes a blocker to that innovation?
Well, it depends on the company itself. Sometimes, yeah, culture sometimes does affect that. Okay, because like how you are operating the things inside of your company, you are well aware of the stuff, but taking sometimes help from outside consultant is a good idea. Okay, because it is going to save you cost and time as well, because you know like what you are expert at. You are expert at building the business, making revenue, and making client calls and all the sort of stuff, but you are not good at the tech, you are not good at making processes. So you hire some external help. Okay, and make them come to your team and sit together with your team and then understand the whole process, so that they understand your culture, they understand your process, and they can build a system for you. So yes, hiring an external consultant is by far the best option that you can do. I mean, because it will, I mean, you don't need to go with all the hassle of HR, hiring, posting the new role and all sort of stuff, and you are saving a lot on the money as well and time as well. Because I mean, you are hiring a consultant, he is going to do the whole stuff, he has a team, he has a process, he knows the stuff.
Completely agree there. And also, a lot of the time, the people working inside the company have actually been there for a long time. And sometimes people don't know what good looks like. And so, by hiring an external consultancy, you bring in years and different types of industry best practices into that organization. And you can scale it, escalate it fast, bring in those changes a lot faster than what you would if you're trying to do it all internally yourself.
Yes, 100%. If you have a company of 10 people and you're working from last 10 years, you have a same mindset, I would say, like, the culture and all sort of stuff. You are in a comfort zone and you are not popping out of that. So you brought some external energy, a consultant who can supercharge you guys and give their expertise and make you see the world from a different lens. And okay, this is also possible. I mean, you can do this. So they can say, yeah, I mean, we haven't thought of that. We were people of a team of 10 people, and we were thinking like that, this is the only thing that we can do. But no, it's a whole different world. You can always take external help, and I say that yes, please go ahead and take help. when
I've
needed.
also found companies that have already been established and have got like several thousands as employees, when they're trying to scale and pivot and really grow the business, um, I find you start to get a subculture forming. And you'll either have those that have been there for so long and are so set in their ways and don't want any change. And then you get the people that are quite new, they're really hungry for change. And
It's difficult because when you hire someone new in a well established company or maybe an enterprise, you are a very small portion of the company. Okay, you cannot make big impact. You cannot go and reach out to the higher uh, level of organization people and then just say like, okay, I mean, we should do this, they that, and they will say like, no, we have a process, we are following this and that. So it's not that easy to make a complete shift in an enterprise grade uh, organization and all sort of stuff. Because yeah, I mean, that's why when you are chasing with enterprises or large organizations, you know, like the sales cycle is for 1 year or 6 months. That's how the sales cycle goes. So yes, but yeah, when the right processes or when there is a new change in the enterprise grade companies, it makes a lot more sense. Because even a single penny, even a single penny makes a compounding effect in the enterprises. You know that, right?
yeah, absolutely. I fully agree with you there. Let's talk about Growth Fusion Consulting. Where would you like your business to be? Where do you think you're going over the next 6 to 12 months?
Yeah, well, we have a very clear roadmap and where we are going at the moment. So uh, earlier in the like starting of 2025 or the Q1, our goal is to scale into this. Let's go more than very small. We were helping out small businesses. Now we are going to mid-range businesses, and then we are trying to help them with building out AI agents for them, building out outbound and inbound calling agents for them, and make them AI ready, AI first companies. And our goal is to help them increase their revenue. That's our whole and sole goal. Our and for us as the company, we want to have a team of around 50 to 60 people by the end of this year, because we are so fast. And our revenue is also growing exponentially. From Q1 to Q2, we are shifting to that part, and we are already inside of it. So our goal is to increase it by 30 to 50% at least by this one, and have a great team of great people with just trying to. I mean, you know, like you cannot say that we are great, but we are trying to be on that side and help as much businesses to become AI ready and AI aware. And I would say that yes, you know, like how things should work when it comes to AI. Okay, it's not that you say that hey, I want to do this, I want to do that, and all, and it does not work like this. I just want to make them that okay, when it comes to AI and becoming AI aware, we are here for you.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. What are the biggest challenges that you're facing in your business like right now?
The biggest challenges I would say it comes to is like we are scaling so fast. Having the right teammate, okay, the developer, because as I said in the, I mean, few minutes ago, that it's a baby. AI is a baby. It's a 2 years old at the moment, or not too big, okay, in this world. So finding out the right people who knows the stuff what to do is it's a challenging task for us, okay? And we are investing a lot of the time in training them at the moment. I personally train a lot of my teammates, okay, and building out the processes for them. So what I'm doing at the same time and writing down all the SOPs, making them aware that like this is how you are going to work. So yes, this, and I know that a lot of the companies are also facing the same issue to have a right talent in the team.
Yes.
And very soon we are going to solve that because we are scaling so fast and we are actually having building a team of experts. So yeah.
It's so true. Talent is one of the hardest things to find. So if you could solve one issue today with like a snap of a finger, what would that be?
Content. Just the content, because everything else is very sorted in our company and I don't want to touch that. So yeah, just the content part is that I want to we have the system we are building up and training the models as well on the content side. But yes, we want to make sure that it's human, because we are making the content for the human and not AI. That is why we are not automating a lot of the stuff on the content side. Okay, we are trying to make it, because it's not for the content, is for humans to read, humans to understand the stuff. So we are going the old school way on the content side when it comes to that. Okay, but a lot of the aspect of it is already automated on the research part, on the trends and tech stack and all sort of thing. But yes, there is human in the loop, and we want to keep the process for as long as we can. When we see a shift, we go that way.
Yeah, yeah. And I think there's something to be said for that, because so many times you scroll through adverts and you see it and you think, oh, that's so AI, AI. And you just scroll right through it, and then some things you can see when human intervention's been, you go like, yeah, that's authentic. So I
You know
think
what?
it's really good to keep old school sometimes.
Yeah, there maybe I'm not sure about it at the moment, but in future maybe there will be time where there will be service like, okay, talk to a human and you pay hourly rates. There maybe a service gonna start in future that talk to a human, because there is so much AI in this world. Now people want to talk to humans, so we are trying to keep a lot of the stuff as human as possible. Okay, automation is one aspect, it is for the humans, so make it look like we are talking to humans and we are real, not just AI talking to you. Because I mean, in the space, calling is becoming AI first. Inbound call, outbound call is becoming AI first. Even they can clone your voice. They will be talking in your tone, style, format, and everything out. So, and sometimes AI can put us in trouble as well. Initially, when I built the agent, my agent did what, like, they underpriced my services, and they have promised something that were not existing in the market, and we ran into a problem. So I said, no, let's keep something in human in the loop. And I'm saying this to you guys, like, please have something in human in the loop. Okay, always, that when it comes to client expectations. Okay, don't raise the expectations and under deliver it. Okay, so always be like, keep the pace and maintain it, and be human as possible when it comes to giving some deliverables to your clients.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you there. Mehandi, this has been such an insightful conversation. Thank you so much. Before we wrap up, is there one piece of advice you'd give to leaders trying to roll out AI or new tools without impacting any company culture?
Yes, I would say that don't be so pushy. Don't push your company or people to just be AI first, and then switching between the tools. Okay, just try to understand what where your company is, what you need, what your current process is, and where AI fits. And I would say that bring someone who is an expert, talk to you, not to the whole team, to understand your company stuff. Okay, and then based on the recommendation of the experts, go with that and say that, okay, let's implement AI in the whole company. And yes, it is important to implement AI at least a little, then go a bit more, then go slowly. Okay, and then make your employees AI first, give them the wings so that they can bring back the value to your company. So that's my advice to the industry leaders or any company owner. And yes, we at Growth Fusion are here for you always.
That's some great advice. Thank you so much. And finally, if listeners want to learn more about Growth Fusion Consulting or connect with you, where should they go?
They can come to our website, growthfusion.io. They can come to my LinkedIn profile. Okay, if they don't, they can come to a free call for us. Okay, for the discovery calls, they just go to our website, book a call with us. And as I said, that I want to keep it human to understand that stuff. So yes, come on a call with us to understand more about the stuff. Okay, because on our website, sometimes what you are looking for, maybe you don't find it, because AI world is very new, and every other guy has a very specific or special requirement. So come talk to us, then you will get to know like what we can deliver to you, or what maybe even you don't need an AI, maybe you just need a process. So you just discover yourself like what you need. So come on a call with us on the website.
Excellent. Well, Mehandi, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time with us today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Denise.